So this is the fourth session, and yeah, let's try to print here. We display one. So he didn't display anything at all. Why is that? Why do you think he doesn't display anything? Nothing displayed. That's quite strange. Run again.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah. So now that's what is expected, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, but please be aware that actually this should not have item dictionary, because why? Because let me share with you that definition of the here. This guy is requiring from us C. So he said display all items will actually display all items in the dictionary, yes, but this function will be called for menu 1 and 3, for option 1 and 3. So what is option 1 and 3?
Well, we just did number 1, right?
Yes, I understand, but he will use that specific function here and here.
Okay.
Okay, so when he's doing checkout, he will also display, but let's see when he's checking out what he will display. So when he's checking out, he will have to pass the cart. So now we know what we have two kind of dictionary. One is items dict and the cart.
Okay.
And the content of the cart is slightly different from the content of the item dictionary. Item dictionary have ID, item name, and price.
Yes.
The cart, you will have something extra. You have quantity.
Okay.
Okay. So we need to slightly modify our function to not only take this kind of item dictionary. It need to accommodate any dictionary that we put. So we have two types of things that need to be printed. One time we need to print like that when he passed the item dictionary. And other time we need to add quantity.
I see.
Okay, so how can we make it the function smart enough to detect what to print? Because again, like I told you, he will pass dictionary and we don't know what kind of dictionary he's passing. He doesn't allow us to add anything here in the parameters. If it was me, I would just pass an integer that can tell me, okay, that's which dictionary is that? Is it the one that have quantity or the one doesn't have quantity? So then it become easy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, now I see. Yes.
So now we have to print different statement based on what kind of dictionary he is giving to us.
Okay.
The difference between, see, so we already know that this is stored inside the values, right?
Yes.
It's the values of the dictionary, but that's inside the items dictionary. The cart dictionary will have one more item quantity.
Okay.
Okay. So the values inside the cart dictionary will not be 2 values here, will be 3. So this is the only way to differentiate between the two dictionaries. If we are able to get the length of the values inside the dictionary, then we are able to differentiate, to know which one to print. So we need to put an if statement, and we need to get the values inside any of the items and decide. So I would say, but this will not, this kind of for loop will not work actually. We have to use a smart one. So we need to get, actually we also can use that. So we no need to change. It's okay, we can use that. And just we need to change here. So it works. So I would say print to me here Okay, here I would say length. Can we do that?
Right. Yeah, we could print the length of dictionary, right?
Yes, definitely we should be able to do that. So I would say if I print one, okay, so it is 2.
Okay. So if the length is greater than 1, then we have to make it. You want to do it with 2 or with 1?
So see, now it is 2. When he add quantity, it will become 3. So now we have to check for 2, and so if it is 2 or less, then we have to do something. If it is 3, then we have to do something else.
Gotcha.
Okay, so here we should check if it is less than or equal to. This means that we are printing the item dictionary, and we should continue printing that line. So we should move that line to be printed here.
Yes.
Okay, and we should do all our stuff also here.
Yes. Makes
Okay.
sense. And then
Okay,
now if it's 3, right?
if it is 3, then else I will print that line.
And then now we need to write the function for that.
And then we can okay.
Yes.
There is a slight improvement that we need to do here, but in general, this should give us, yeah.
Okay.
So see, so we are able now to differentiate. So if we try to, we are only able to know if it works perfectly or not once we pass the cart dictionary.
Yes.
So only then we will be able to test, right?
Oh,
But
yes.
one thing we note here, this is not what he requires. Now every time I print, I have to print that header, and this header, he's only printing it once in the sample that he gave to us.
Uh-huh.
So see here, this guy is giving to us what? So you see here, he's here.
Uh-huh.
It's one time only, and then he print everything.
Yes.
He doesn't have to print it so we need to find a smart way that we are able to only print it once. Okay, so
Yes.
the smart way, I would say, we could do this way. So if I need to print something once, I always use a status variable. So I would say printed equal false, or we can say header printed equal false. Okay.
Yes.
And then I would come here, I will put another if statement. If header printed, if not header printed, you know this, if I put like that, then he will print. I think it doesn't like it like that. So let's if it is not equal
to do it before
true,
okay.
So I would say here I print it, and then I would say header printed equal true. Can we test if this work or not? He doesn't accept true, he accepts true like that. Okay, let's see. So what do you think? So
it did give us the thing that we wanted, and then it gave us the rest of the items.
Yes.
Okay,
so I'll put a space, so that will work for one time, and it will never run again. to only run once, and we should implement the same here.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you also need to print that only one time. That's according to the spec. I mean,
Yes.
okay, so we print it one time, and then we print the remaining of the items here.
Yes.
Okay, clear?
Yes, it makes sense.
Okay, that's good. So we move to the next so that we are able to pop up. So we implemented that. We need to implement purchase clauses. So let us look here. To purchase clause, we have to add to the cart. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So let us see. Yeah. So to add to the cart, he said add your code here. Check if the user pop up. So again, he's getting user is actually user ID and user quantity. User ID and user quantity is actually quantity from that item that the user choose. So the user have to enter the ID of the product that he want to buy. Okay. And we will store that. We take that as an input from the user. We store it.
Okay.
And then we take the quantity that the user want to buy from that product.
Yes.
And we store it as a user quantity. And then we call add to the cart.
Okay.
And we pass it everything. We pass it the cart dictionary, and we pass it also the item dictionary. And then we start coming through here. So to be able to come through here, let us first adjust what we need to do here when the user enter here. So here, purchase clauses. So when we need to purchase, it means that we need to get two inputs from the user. Product ID, or we can save also item ID to save time and not to confuse ourselves. Item ID equal input. What to say?
Okay, so if they were to do ID 100.
Sorry again?
So you're saying that if for number 2 option, you have to do, if you do ID 100, and then you have to do the enter of the quantity as well. Okay.
Quantity. Okay. So that enters the item quant. Okay. Put that here like that. Okay. And then I say here u dot add to cart, and then I pass it everything. What should I pass it? Item ID.
Yeah, and quantity ID.
Quantity ID. What else? Cart.
Yes, cart the dictionary as well.
Items dictionary. Yep. Okay. So let's try to come here. I will just put a print statement here just to figure out okay, if he calls properly or not. Add to cart function. See if he really run properly. So purchase, enter the item ID, whatever, A2. So I'm able to call the function properly, okay? So it means that I'm already able to enter here. Now, let us have a look here. So bear in mind, the quantity need to be in integers, and ID is okay to be a string, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what the guy is telling us, so check if the user ID is in items dect.keys. So that is something that we have seen just a while ago, if you can remember.
Yeah.
So we say if what? If user ID in items dex.keys, right?
Yes.
Then we need to put it in code here like that. And then, does this make sense?
Yes.
Are you
So if,
following?
yeah, I'm following.
Okay. So if we find it, then what should we do?
So if that is in the keys, then we want it to, well, don't we want to add it to the cart after that?
Yes, we need to add it to the cart.
Yes.
So let's print first if we getting something properly out of, I mean, so let us print the values.
Okay.
So now you find the key inside here, right? So
Yes.
let us get that to get the values from the key. Okay, A2. Actually, when we don't get anything, we should return, you see, you should return true and false, but we are not doing that. So what we need to look here now is that because we cannot memorize, right? So let us put ID1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let us put ID1. Okay. Option 2, we put ID1 and we put 2, and then we should print something. Yes, he find it and he already printed the values. So
Uh-huh.
it means that we managed to reach here.
Yes.
Okay. So, but yeah. So in addition to the values, we have to use the quantity also. We have to insert the quantity inside the cart. How I
Yeah.
know that? I know that from here because um, he said here to me that the cart dictionary will be a subset of items dictionary that contains all items user wanted to purchase. The structure will be the same as item dictionary, except the value list will contain name, price, and quantity. And the key will be the ID. Clear?
Yes. Wait, could you
Okay.
repeat that one more time?
Okay. So again, cart is exactly the same. Cart is exactly the same, is a subset of dictionary, item
Yes.
dictionary. Okay. It contains all the items the user want to purchase.
Yes.
It will have a key. The key will be the item ID, but the value will be a list that contains name, price, and quantity of the item.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a look here. So okay, now want to print that. We don't need to print that anymore. We just want to say cart, and we want to put a user ID because, okay, we want to add the item to the cart. And then we want to put values, which is actually what is the value that we get from here, except that we need to add something extra, which is a quantity. So if we say values like that, so if we have a list,
Mm-hmm.
we are able to append to the list. Okay, so if we have something like that, we are able to append. Let me see. I didn't do it before on the dictionary this way. Hopefully, I prefer to get it first to not to confuse things. So
Yeah.
I will get a list that is I am getting here. This one.
Uh-huh.
I will take it from the item dictionary. I will
Yes.
store it inside values, and then inside here, I would say values equal values dot append quantity, user quantity. Okay, and then
Yeah.
I will say print values to see actually what I'm doing is correct or
Mm-hmm.
is actually wrong. I will comment that.
See. Mm.
2 ID1
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 like that. None. He doesn't like ID1. Okay, let's try again. 2 ID1 like that. Is it 2? Why none? Why he doesn't find pop, 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 pop. He doesn't like what we are doing here. Oh yeah, because I put space here. So try to run again. ID1, quantity 2, none also. So okay, this means that something is not correct actually here. So let us try to print one by one and see.
Yeah.
So here too, I put ID1, I put quantity 2. So you see, the first print is actually work because here, so it works
Oh,
here. Once I try to append, it doesn't accept what I'm trying to append.
I
So,
see.
so why is that? We need to think why he doesn't accept that um, we are able to append to the list. We should be able to append to the list. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
But why we are not able?
Is because the space shouldn't make an issue, should it?
What do you say? Sorry again.
I said the dot append there's a
Mm,
space in the middle of there.
let's see. Yeah. Although it should have complained, but okay. Let's see. ID 1, 1. Still print none. So our issue now that we have the values and we need to append to it something before we try to print again. So maybe he doesn't like that. So let us try to see if I put X and I try to print X.
Yeah.
Does he really accept that? I think that most probably will be the issue. Oh, still doesn't like to accept our append.
Mhm.
How to add user quantity. Uh, user quantity is actually, wait, did we pass the user quantity properly? Can we print here the user quantity to
Yeah, we
see?
could print that.
So let's try to print user quantity and check what is, if the user quantity is actually there. And yeah, okay, to enter the item ID, ID1, quantity 2.
Okay.
So
So it
it's
is
2.
there.
It is there, yes. So we have to check why he doesn't accept that thing from us. Uh, let me think. When we print it, it's actually, it is correct. It is a list. The
Mhm.
values is a list, and we are
Yes.
able to print it. Why we? Why he doesn't accept that we? Why he doesn't accept? What do you think?
Is user quantity defined? It is, right? It's a list.
Uh, sorry again. User
So I
what?
would say, could we take a look at the user quantity?
Yes, yes, it is defined because it is here. It is a
Oh,
parameter,
you're right. It's up there too.
and we printed it.
Yeah.
And it seems that once we do this append, X actually it just like it deletes the whole thing, even though it's supposed to not to do that. So
See,
hmm, how to use
because
append
when we put
properly?
X, it just does none. Do you need to put the open close parentheses next to user quantity?
Possible. Should we try what did you say again?
So should we try putting the open close parentheses in user quantity?
We can try that. Yeah, we can try that. So you want to put it here? You put it like
Oh
that?
no, not like that, not like that. I was
Ah,
saying
how? How you
uh
want to put?
when we print it at the bottom part,
Mm-hmm.
at the print statement, do open close parenthesis user underscore quantity.
Okay, yeah, sure.
This is just
But it's just as a variable, right?
yeah, but
Isn't
this
it?
is not the one that we want to print. We want to print X.
Yes, we want to
So
print
X.
X.
Okay, never mind. For let me think. Mm,
So if we take that, actually, wait. So okay, let us. I think that is the thing that we try to do here too. Yeah. So
Oh,
so actually we should not put, because I mean now we are appending, but we should not be assigning anything to X. So we try
okay.
to assign it to a new variable, but we shouldn't do that. We
I
just
see.
need to use append. So append, it actually works.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so now does this make sense to you?
It does. It does.
Okay, so okay, now we need to add to the cart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to do that. We don't need that anymore.
Yes.
So now values are able to, we are able to pass it this way, right?
Uh-huh.
So add item to the cart. The key user ID will be the list. So here is telling us item ID, price, and quantity, and that we already achieved. Return
Yep.
true. So here we want to return true. Return true. Okay. So let me see. This guy is not happy with values. Why?
Thanks.
I have no idea what this guy is not happy with, but I would say here return. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, and here in main we need to get add to cart, added status. So, and we need to put if statement based on added. So the guy is telling you if you
Uh-huh.
are getting true, you have to show a message. If you
Yes.
are getting false, then you have to
To show
show
another
another
message.
message. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So here print added. I will get the exact text from the file,
Yep.
and here I would say not added, and just let us try to run.
See.
So he doesn't like return false if the indent is not proper. Let us have a look. Yeah. What about okay. Yeah. Let's see. Is it correct? No, it need to be slide out like that. Yes. So I think we still need to continue. So you have to stop again and let's enter again. Okay.